Founded in 1987, S&R Corporation has relied on diverse capabilities, professionalism, and a sense of integrity to make their mark on the construction, demolition, and environmental industries. S&R Corporation is an experienced single-source contractor with the innovative solutions to ensure success of any project from concept to completion. As the original focus of S&R Corporation, demolition work continues to hold a prominent place among the company's specialties. The demolition project featured in this video is on the property of the former Addison Wesley Publishing Company. This site was originally comprised of 6 structures totaling over 235,000 square feet. S&R Corporation was brought in as a general contractor working for Pulte Homes, the developer of the site.
S&R as the general contractor was responsible for all the environmental remediation of the building. And all 6 buildings had asbestos material in it, lead in it, and PCBs in it. So we actually brought on a specialty contractor, Marcor Environmental, who's one of our regular subs we do a lot of business with, and they sent crews out here that worked for approximately 2 months remediating all that environmentally impacted material, getting out of the buildings, making them environmentally safe for us.
Tell us a little bit about why implosion on this particular building.
Well, the implosion on this building, we chose that methodology really for safety concerns. As you can see, the building is very close to a very busy interstate highway system, and this particular stretch of road just stacks traffic up, quite a bit in the afternoon, and there's a lot of cars on it. We thought bringing our big crane in and doing it mechanically would just serve to be a distraction to the motorists and could possibly be a safety hazard. So we thought, do it implosion method. The demolition sequence itself is under a minute, and we could shut the highway down, keep it safe for everybody. Then it's just a simple matter of cleaning the pile up and we're done, which doesn't really distract anybody at all.
What can we expect to see tomorrow morning when the implosion occurs?
Well, the folks from CDI tell me that they have the building set up with a delay sequence so that the implosion will start in the northwest corner. The northwest corner of the building will start to sag down, and then the other delay charges will go off in sequence, working their way to the southeast side of the building. So what you'll see is the building look like it's squatting down in that northwest corner, and then the rest of it is just kind of rolling over onto itself. And when this final section falls over, it'll tip back over on top of the pile of debris.
S&R Corporation began work on the project in July 2011, and by September, all 5 surrounding buildings had been demolished. With the debris cleared and separated, Pulte Homes was then able to begin construction prior to the final building being imploded.
We're very excited about this development right here in Reading, 10 miles north of Boston. This site's been vacant here for 10 years, and we've always been watching it as a great opportunity for building residential housing. So we're planning to build 408 condominium-style homes in 9 buildings, along with 16 townhouses. Pulte Homes has been in business for over 50 years. Our New England division has built over 3,000 homes in 4 states around New England, and this is going to be one of our best sites. S&R Corporation's been a fabulous partner on this job. From day one, S&R has been on schedule. They've had a program in place. They've kept us informed. They've communicated what they're going to do each day. We've been able to work around their equipment to get our job started on time. S&R has been a great partner in keeping costs under control, coming up with some creative ideas to remove the buildings that were on site and clear the way for the residential development that we are looking forward to building.
The final building on the site was this 6-story tower that served as the office complex for the Addison Wesley Publishing Company. S&R stripped the building to its concrete frame. This opened the structure for drilling 280 holes for the 140 pounds of dynamite to be used in the implosion. Blast fabric and a chain link fence were then installed around the perimeter of the building on each of the 3 floors containing the explosives to contain the shards of concrete.
What we have here is a total of about 280 holes and a total of 140 pounds of explosives. Those will be set off on the 3 floors in 6 individual delays. The main thing about implosion and everyone's fear with explosives is vibration. When you take a structure like this, in any implosion structure, if you imagine taking a 5-gallon bucket full of material and dropping it on a table, you're going to get a thud. You're going to get a heavy vibration. What we're going to do by using delays is we're going to take that same volume of material, that same 5-gallon bucket, but what we're going to do is we're going to pour it onto the ground. Yes, we'll get vibration, but it's going to be probably 200 times lower than the state says we have to be.
Working with the Reading Fire Department, S&R did a final safety check, and then the state police had the interstate highway across from the site closed in preparation for the implosion.
The implosion went very well. You can see the pile of debris standing behind me. The building came down just as the blaster described it would. It started in the northwest corner and rolled over towards the southeast corner of the structure. And there's significant breakage of the big concrete floor slabs, which was the most important thing to us. That makes the reclaiming of the concrete and the removal of the pile a much less strenuous task on the heavy equipment. So we're very pleased with the overall operation and how the blast went, and there doesn't seem to be any complaints at all from the neighbors, and the dust wasn't nearly as bad as we had anticipated. So 48 hours prior to the blast, the blasting company, Controlled Demolition, decided to do a test blast of one of the columns in the basement level of the building. 2 pounds of dynamite in a 24-inch column, and they determined that after the blast there was significant breakage of the concrete, and it actually bent the 2.5-inch diameter steel rebar to the point that it couldn't support the weight of the structure anymore. And the information they got out of that test blast was that they determined that they didn't need to use as much dynamite as they anticipated originally in the original blast design. They actually used less dynamite on the upper floors because of the significant breakage in that test blast. We were very impressed by it and thought that it was a great idea, and actually use less dynamite, which obviously less vibration, less dust, and still provided significant breakage of the building.
Once the remaining structure was demolished, the final phase of the project involved separating metal and concrete, crushing the concrete with a portable crusher, and recycling the material on site. S&R Corporation. Innovation, diversity, expertise, integrity.